Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we will discuss about another topic related to shell script, where we will learn about clock tick. Clock tick is a configuration variable that we can use in order to fetch the value related to the clock number of clock per tick, number of ticks per clock. Okay, so if you are not aware of this thing, no issues, like I'm going to explain each and everything from scratch. So for now you can just assume that there is a scenario where you are supposed to fetch the number of clock per number of ticks per clock. So for that, what you can do, you can simply run one uh, you can simply use getconf utility, and then that utility will provide you the where will provide you the functionality through which you can easily access the any configuration variable. So if you remember, like in our previous session also, we have fetched various configuration variables, right? So in the same manner, today we are going to fetch the another variable, which is clock tick. Okay, so how we are going to proceed with this session? So first of all, I'll explain you the script. We will create a script from scratch. We will write the code and we'll understand each and every line. The script is straightforward. Only 2 or 3 lines is there, so that we can use. Once script is clear, then we will run it for the output. And once we got the output, then we will discuss about the theoretical notes that I have prepared here, and also we'll check the case sensitivity thing, like what is case sensitivity and how we have to put the values for configuration variable and utility. Okay, and once everything is clear, then we will see how we can run the how we can execute the same shell script using cl program. So this is our agenda of today's session. So firstly, I will write here work lnk, which will open this work with object link screen. From this screen, you can do page down and you will find there are various files or directories already available. So I'm going to take option 5 over here, which is on directory. Now from here, I can pick any executable file, and even you can pick any executable file from your system, but just make sure that the script file should be in executable mode, because if your script file is not in executable mode, then it will not allow you to run the script. And if you don't know how to make your script executable, then you can refer one of our previous session where we have already discussed how to make your shell script executable using chmod command. Okay, so yeah, now it's time to run and see the further thing. So here I'll take option 3 on Sharmit 3.sh, option 2, and let me remove it from here so that I can create it from scratch for you. Okay, so for now I have just kept this multi-line comment, which is nothing but to show the user like who's the presenter name as well as the session name. So presented by Sharmit, and session is getconf utility in shell script. So now what we are going to do, we are going to write here one introductory line for those users. Suppose if someone is directly running this script from the QSH. Okay, so what we can do, we can write here one introductory line for that person, echo, then we can print fetching, and then clock tick, so clk underscore tick tck. Okay, value using fetching clk tick value using get conf utility. Okay, so what this utility will do, it will fetch the value for clock tick. Okay, now to fetch this value, you can run the direct command, which is get conf again for clk and tck. And remember one thing, this is very case sensitive thing, so if you write something in small case, it will give you error. So always make sure to put this variable in capital letters and the utility in small letters. Although like here in echo you can put in any form, but it is always recommended to write every time in capital letters so that it will give you a good habit. Okay, so now I'm pressing F3 for save and exit. And to run this script, you can use this browse path. So let's go and run it. Here I will write qsh, enter, then slash home slash Sharmit slash Sharmit slash Sharmit3 dot sh and enter. So here we can see that we have printed the one line which is fetching clock tick value using getconf utility, and the value is 1000. Now what does this 1000 means? What is the meaning of this 1000? So to get idea about this, let's go through the notes which will clear your concept. Okay, so here you can read out the command getconf clock tick and its output thousands refers to querying the system configuration for the number of clock ticks per second. Okay, so to explain it in a simpler way, what we can do, we can write like this: getconf. So what it means, this command is used to query system configuration variables. Then we have clock tick. This configuration variable specifies the number of clock ticks per second. Clock ticks are basic unit of time used by the operating system's kernel to measure time intervals such as process execution time and system uptime. Okay, so let's say if someone asks you in an interview what do you mean by clock tick, so you can simply say it is the number of clock ticks per second. Now if you want to fetch the exact thing, like exact calculation, then I'll show you. Let me show you the next thing. So when you run getconf utility with clock tick and get the output as 1000, then it indicates that the system clock ticks 1000 times per second. Okay, this means that each clock ticks represents 1 milliseconds, which is, since 1000 ticks per second equate to 1 tick every 1/1000th of second. Okay, so this is how you can calculate or fetch the information for the clock ticks. Okay, but here if you want to use it for a particular reason in your script, then you can simply use getconf utility with clock tick configuration variable and it will provide you the output. Okay, so let's go to session A. Now I'll tell you few things regarding the case sensitivity. As I mentioned that we should always put in the same manner. Why? So get conf space and then we will put clk underscore tck and enter. So once you hit enter, it prints this value which is 1000. What do you mean by 1000? That we have already discussed. Now to understand the case sensitivity, let's change this G to capital G. Will it work now? No, it will not work. It will give you error, which is this: error found searching for command getconf, no path or directory. Now let me rerun this, and this time I'll correct this with small g and clock with small c and enter. After enter, you can see configuration variable clock tick is not valid on this system. Okay, so that's why it is always asked, or it is mandatory for all of us to put configuration variable in capital letters and utility in small letter, otherwise it will give you error. Okay, so I hope this entire path and the theoretical discussion is clear to all of you. Now we will quickly see how we can run the same script through CL program. So for that, just simply write here work_mbr_pdm. Here we have one run qsh hash program where we have created one variable. So just simply write dcl f4 variable name, type, storage and length, then chg var variable name and the script path, which is /home Sharmit Sharmit3.sh, the same script which we used for the demo, right? Okay, so then you can take strqsh and provide your variable name and it will be ready. Okay, this is the straightforward program which we use in every session. So now you can take option 14 to compile it, but I'm not going to compile it now because it is already compiled, so I'm directly calling it. So once you call it, it will show you this message: fetching clock tick value using getconf utility, and the output is 1000. So this is exactly what we were expecting, because here also we are executing the same script. The way is just changed, otherwise we are doing the same thing and we have got the value as 1000. Okay, So I hope this session is clear to all of you. In the next session, we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.